Today, I'm going to talk about the wireless charger duo pad from Moko. But first, let's go for a run.
I never thought you would take over my mind, 'cause I've been lost, but I'm giving you all of my time. Isn't that good enough? Changing my patterns a lot. Yeah, I never thought I'd be sitting here wrapped in your arms. So let go of the things you hear. I'm not going anywhere without you. So put a little faith in me, though you're scared.
9.42 miles, 8 minutes, 48 seconds per mile, 134 beats per minute today, taking it nice and easy. For those of you who are new to this channel and are just here for the wireless charger review, what this channel normally is a running YouTube channel, but we talk about kind of everything that is involved with running, whether it's shoes, watches, the other running tech that we might have, and just sometimes tech in general, especially when it comes to charging all the devices that we might need when we go for our runs. And that's where the Moko wireless charger duo pad comes in. Now, in terms of disclosures, this is a unit that was sent to me by Moko for the purpose of review. So I didn't have to pay for it, but they're not paying me to make the video or to use this device. And in no way are they gonna get any chance to preview any of my thoughts or footage before you guys get to see this video on YouTube. Now, with the disclosures out of the way, let's talk about this wireless duo charger pad. Now, what it has is two different Qi enabled charging sites on it, which I think is pretty convenient because most of us these days have more than one device that needs to be charged. Now, the device that I've been charging with it most often has been my iPhone 11 Pro, and I run with my iPhone 11 most of the time in the winter, and I run with it with a case on, and you could just put this with the case right onto the charging pad and that'll still work, so no problems there. The other things that I've been charging on this dual pad at the same time has been AirPods Pro. So I've been using that as well. No problem getting these, just place them down. Easy to find like the magnet or that sweet spot to make sure it's charging, and things work fine. The other thing that I really like about this duo pad is that there are indicator lights at the bottom that turn on to let you know that when you have the device on there, you are definitely getting a charger now. The other device that I've been able to charge on this has been my Stride FootPod, which the Stride FootPod typically, it comes with like a USB, a micro USB charger that it fits into like a little cradle. But I don't know if everyone knew this, but these are wireless charging enabled as well. So you could just plop this right down on top of this charger pad and it'll charge that up as well. And I had no problems with this finding it, even though when you put them up next to each other, there's these like rubber mats that kind of tell you where to place things. This is smaller than all of these rubber mats. Still, we place them inside those rubber areas and it charges just fine. The way the charging happens is they include a Qualcomm quickcharge 3.0 charger, which is really nice, with a USB-A to USB-C connector, which is also pretty convenient. The USB-C part comes into here, and that's where the charging happens through that. There's also pass-through charging available through a USB-A port. So if you have another device, let's say you had an older iPhone that doesn't charge with Qi, with wireless charging, or you have another device like the battery charger for the camera that I use, or you have another USB-C device like the microphone that I use, but that is not wireless charging enabled, you can use the pass-through USB port to charge other devices as well. So it's been pretty convenient for me to use. I've been using this inside kind of like my little creator closet. I have a little drawer over here that my wife lets me store all my like camera stuff. And so everything with that one USB-C cable can go through here, charge up my phone, charge up my headphones, charge up my Stride FootPod, and keep the batteries topped up for this camera that you're looking at now, and also charge either the microphone, or if I want to charge a GoPro, my GoPro Hero 8, or my Insta360 1R, that is also a USB-C connection. That's something else that I could charge through this as well. So there's only one cable that's running into that cabinet, which makes it a little bit easier for me to live with. In terms of the charging times that I was able to get from this, I haven't done an extremely thorough amount of testing, but some testing that I have done is I got my iPhone 11 Pro down to 6% of battery life after 1 hour of charging just the phone itself with the case on, but no other devices at the same time. Just the phone itself, in 1 hour, I was able to get from 6% to 43% of battery life, and then a total of 88% of battery life when I had it on there for 3 hours. So it seems like there's a lot of charging like kind of up front, and then as you're getting closer to full, it takes a little bit longer of time. In comparison, I have a couple of other Qi chargers that I've been working with. One that my wife got as like swag from like a convention with like, it was like unbranded, no name, like just like a generic one that connected by micro USB. That one, let's see if I have it. It is, oh, here it is. It's this one here. This one, I don't know who makes it or what. This one, I have a real hard time getting the Stride footpad to work with it. I have a real hard time getting my iPhone to work with it. So it's been real hit or miss. I don't really like this one, and it seems to take forever to charge. That one, I won't even talk about some of the timing numbers on that. I also got a Belkin charger for Christmas from my mother-in-law. That one connects by micro USB. That one, in comparison, I had really good results with that. The Stride footpad works really well with it. My iPhone charges really well on it. And actually, that's the one I have in the bedroom. And I charge my phone on that overnight. That one, the hour test that I did wasn't exactly the same. I didn't get my phone down quite to 6%, but I started the battery at 31% on this same day of testing. So the battery itself, in terms of its like overall lifespan, is the same age, give or take 12 hours. The battery went from, on 1 hour charging, from 31% to 59%. So like a 28% increase in battery life. I'm not sure if that exactly compares in terms of charging rates, but it seems a little bit faster to me. I think that's because of the different quick charge plug that they provide with it, I think is the big reason for that difference. So I find it pretty convenient to use this. I wasn't able to get my Apple Watch to charge on this though. It recognized that there was something on here, but it didn't charge it. Like the LED or the light down here flickered blue and yellow, which I'm thinking means it's like trying to charge something that's not quite chargeable. But that didn't quite work. But everything else that I've thrown at it, it has been able to charge really well. It's able to find the magnet pretty much every time. Not every time. There's still always a learning curve with these kinds of devices as to like where exactly do you place your phone on it. But this one works out pretty good for me. I've liked it. I've had it for a couple of weeks now, and I've been using it regularly, and it's found a nice spot into my rotation, especially because it has that pass-through charging port. I think the pass-through charging port isn't quite as powerful as for example, like this power mini brick, but it is able to power like my battery charger pack and also my microphones without any issue at all. So that's been my experience so far with the Moko Wireless Charger Pad Duo. If you have any questions about the device, feel free to leave them down in the comments down below. I'd love to talk to you guys about it more down there. That's all I have for today, everybody. Thanks so much for making it all the way to the end of the video. Hope you guys are staying safe out there on your runs, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
Yo, what's going on?